And though you bow your head beneath the weight of all that loneliness, when you lift it up, you shall be standing in the light of our Almighty God. I believe, y'all, that in the midst of all this stuff, that's why they've been trying to assault Christianity so hard, and assault piety so hard, and assault belief in God so hard, because they know that at the end of the day, there will be no herd driven to slaughter when every individual is an army empowered by their faith in God. What does that mean, y'all? If this is your heart, then I stand today in this place before an army of armies. I stand today in this place before that which, as it is the soul and courage of each and every one of you, will become the courage that will draw this nation back from the brink of its destruction and take it out of the hands of those who have betrayed its Constitution and its liberty. So many people ask me, oh, what can we do? What should we do? And I'm thinking to myself, well, let's see. There's that old phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But y'all, it seems to me that we could look around. It seems like our banking system is broke. It seems like our political system is broke. I mean, when you get all these politicians hearing from the people that we want secure borders, and they keep on telling us they're going to bring millions of illegals into this country and give them the vote 2 days later, I think you could begin to suspect that they're not listening anymore. See? And if they're not representing you, it means that the representative system of government is broken. And I know they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's really broke, you don't fix it either. You just throw it out and replace it with a better one. I'll tell you this. And I say it with a heavy heart. I say it with a heavy heart. I say it knowing that it shall put a sword between me and many of those who have been my colleagues, and that it shall have many saying, but Alan, you shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'll tell you this right now. The time is at an end for you to choose between their lies. The time is at an end for you to decide which label represents your liberty when all labels have betrayed it.
You're right! You're right!
We do not need better leadership with a D or an R or any other letter. We need better leadership that will stand for the American people against all those who are now seeking to destroy us. And that means that what we must do is very simple. I would rather have 5, 10 people chosen from amongst the folks who are gathered here today, occupying every seat of power and importance for Pennsylvania in Washington, D.C., than any of the people who are there right now. Some of them have planned and executed the destruction of our Constitution and our liberty, and we should throw the bums out. Some of them, giving in to fear and discouragement last fall, surrendered with the first big leap into socialism that has taken us down this road of our destruction, and we should throw the bums out. Some of them, for all they profess to believe as we do and stand as we do, left us to stand alone when the crunch came, ridiculed in our belief that this nation should stand for its principles and that we should stand for its liberty. And if they were willing, whatever they say is in their heart, to leave us alone in that crisis, then we should throw them out until they learn better. And I'll tell you right now, if there are Americans who start getting into that old game, but there's this one and that one, and they're good this way and that way, a little while from now, I think we ought to listen to some of them. But until that day comes, there's only one way you can be sure that we will wipe the slate clean, and that is to make sure that come 2010, not a single incumbent is left in office in this country. Woo! You know why I say it? I say it simply. I say it clearly. That is the only way that they will understand that for all they are trying to do, they are not in charge of this country. The people will take it back. But I will say this, y'all. You can't beat something with nothing.
Hey, sweet.
And that means that if you want to achieve that objective, you must begin right now. And don't ask me, oh, where will we get this and the leaders and this? Did people ask this when the country was being founded?
No.
When Abraham Lincoln first stood up to run for office, he was an unknown that we would call today a nobody. No big corporate backing, nothing but his belief in certain things he stated in a simple platform. These are the things that I believe. And he walked amongst his neighbors and he shared those thoughts as many others did. And he didn't have neighbors who were saying, well, who's backing you up and where's your money and where's your media mention and so forth. They were just listening to what he said. And if it made sense and if they knew of him that he had worked and he made sense, then they were willing to stand with him because he was standing for what they believed in. And this is all it'll take. The simplest thing of all, that instead of doing what we're told, we remember that we are Americans. And we act according to our conscience. And we act according to our faith. And with courage we stand with our ballots as Americans have stood in the past, armed for their defense against foreign enemies and the despoilers of freedom, fighting for what we believe to be right. And then we will have answered the question in this, a new generation. And there will be times to come when our children will stand grown as we are now, and they will sing the anthem of our liberty. And when the question is asked, oh, say, does that star-spangled banner still wave, or the land of the free and the home of the brave? They will think of our courage. They will think of our determination. They will think of our willingness as individuals to stand for the right. And they will say, as we must say now, yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.